What the heck? Why does it do that? All right, welcome to those of you joining right now. Yeah, we're about to have a fun live stream right now. Let me know where you're watching from. Your city, your state, your country. Featherstorm, watching on Instagram. You're in New York. Welcome. Panama, welcome. You can go ahead and press live on that, or like go live. Yep, cool. And then can you do me a huge favor? If you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me clear, if you can hear the music. Just give me a thumbs up. We are gonna be starting very soon. I see it's Krista Martin in Lodi, California. Welcome. Paul in Truckee, California. On Instagram. We are in Sacramento. You see the countdown. We're about to start very soon. All right. Here we go. All right, there we go. Welcome everybody. Let me take this off the screen real quick. All right, there we go. Welcome to Paint Life Live number 90. I've got a very special portrait. It's a new style of one that I've done before, but either way, I'm excited. It's a nice hot summer day, which is why I'm wearing a jacket in our hot studio. No, actually, this studio actually has AC, thank God. Every studio before this never had it, so I can wear a jacket in the middle of July, which is amazing. So real quick, I want to give some shout outs to those of you who are commenting on Instagram. If you want a better viewing experience, definitely go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Garibaldi Arts, if you're watching on TikTok as well. And but let me give some shout outs for those of you who are commenting your city, state, or country. Maybe Mason can let me know if you see any pop up there. TikTok, if you're watching, what is your city, state, or country? So Dennison_73 from Sacramento, California. Featherstorm, thank you for the love, appreciate it. Robert, Sacramento, California. We're in Sacramento as well. SC Jacob in Santa Cruz, California. High Dreams Art is also watching on YouTube, so welcome to you. Glad you're watching that, appreciate that. And let's see, where else? Elaine, thank you for the love. I appreciate that. So I'm sure you guys have been seeing, I've been just trying to post a lot of different types of content. The good side is you get more of me. You get different, depths of me. The bad side is the algorithm does not like it and it only wants me to show you me painting. So, but here's the thing, I don't care. I just want to share information with you that I think will give you value. Those of you who are creative and are trying to grow your career, I want to give you value. And so yes, I'm always going to post these paintings and I appreciate the love, but my lowest performing videos is the information that has the highest value, which is so important. So if you get a chance to go check out those videos where it's like just me doing a headshot, there's probably some good info that I'm trying to give you. Today, we just dropped the limited edition summer tote bags. So these are all of our prints. We started the pre-sale today. It's a super, super limited amount that we have made. And yeah, so they're on the screen right now if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and then if you're on TikTok, you won't see it. So Either way, keep letting me know. So I'll share more about the tote bags, but they are available right now at garibaldiarts.com/shop. For now, let's get back to this live stream. So I want to get to the painting very soon, but I want to do some shout outs. So HighDreams_art, a very talented artist. He's in Hayward, California. And Aikiston said, love your work. Saw it at Dr. Scott Hamilton's office in Peterborough, Ontario. Shout out to Dr. Scott. He has one of the biggest collections of my art in his medical practice in Canada. So shout out to Zane, the artist, watching on YouTube. John Vetter Jr., welcome. Bridget Kelly, hello to you. Let me just, I think I could just pop, there we go. Robert Luke, hello from Richmond, Virginia. Is there any on TikTok letting me know?
Not right now.
Are they just like, shut up and paint?
We have a G_MB saying how much for a painting.
All right, so G_MB said how much for a painting. Usually the originals start at 5,000, they go up from there. But we have different levels below that, like hand embellished canvas prints that are in the $1,000 range, and then we have prints below that. So obviously originals are one of one. There's nothing like it, and those are the higher value paintings. But they start at that. They also go up from there. Let's see. Let me just throw some of these. Shout out to Bridget Kelly. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. You're watching on Facebook. John Vetter watching on Facebook as well. Let's see who else. Zane, the artist on YouTube. Welcome. Yes. So Zane asked, how's my day? It's going amazing. I'm in the studio. I'm about to paint. I'm already sweating, and there's a piece of paint on my glasses that I don't even know how this stuff gets there. It's just gonna keep spreading. So let's see. And then John Vetter, yes. So John Vetter was our tour bus driver when I was on tour with Blue Man Group. So shout out to him. And then also Ricardo Mendoza in Portugal. Welcome to you. You're watching on Facebook. Let's see. Shout out to Max Payne Griffin. Sending a flex to you, sir. Welcome. I see Kim B5 in Los Gaviotas, Mexico. Welcome. Max Payne is in Sacktown, California, which is my hometown. We are here right now. All right, I think I see some hola. So Jeff Musser, hello back to you as well. All right, so we're gonna get into today's painting. I'll get back to the shout outs. If you're watching on TikTok, welcome. You can also watch this in a better viewing experience on YouTube, youtube.com/Garibaldi Arts. And then one last short plug. Those of you watching on YouTube and Facebook, we just launched the summer tote bags today, super limited, and you can find them at garibaldiarts.com/shop. All right, I appreciate you guys always supporting, but it's time to give you some love, time to give you some painting. So let's get to it. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and go back here. Let's go ahead and you can get ready with that. Yep. There we go. All right. Let me take this off. Sorry guys, we are a small crew today. There we go. All right. You can see the canvas there. Ready to go. Whew. All right, I'm gonna be doing some experimentation today. I'm gonna be throwing some paint around. We're gonna get close, we're gonna get sweaty. Those of you who are artists, feel free to ask your questions below in the comments. I'm gonna do my best to answer those before we end the live stream. I'll try to share my process as I'm painting, and we'll just enjoy. Let's go. So I'm gonna start this off very different. I know, check this out. This is how I'm gonna paint with this. If you're on TikTok, go to my YouTube page right now to see this. All right, let's go over here. Take these caps off. All right, so let me just pour some. Pour some blue on there. I don't know if you can see that. Let's just have some fun with this. I don't know what's gonna happen. I want it to just, look at that. The sound of that just like pops. Let's do something else again. There we go. Whoo, it feels so good to just throw paint sometimes. All right, I like that, but I want to add some green to the mix. So right there, check it out. We're gonna go. I have no idea if this is gonna work or not. We'll find out. I don't know, but ooh, that went somewhere like way beyond back in our studio. I don't know where that went, but who cares? That is the beauty of having this space so we can just throw paint around and enjoy. All right, let's get these brushes. Let's go. So I'm trying to be just a little bit more loose with this, and I've shared this technique. I share it time and time again, but when you hold further back in your brush, you're not restricted by the movement of your wrist. You have the motion of your arm and your body. So naturally, you're going to get looser brush strokes, which is what I'm trying to go for. And if you ever want to try that, that is a technique that I would suggest. I love that this is already like just a hot mess. Go. So artists out there, I think one of the toughest things that we struggle with is trying to narrow down our niche. And I truly believe that when our niches are the foundation to everything that we build our art businesses on, you know, from who our collectors are, who we attract as collectors, how we brand ourselves, and just all the things that go along with building your art career. And if you guys ever have questions about that, just let me know in the comments about, you know, trying to narrow down your niche, or if you feel like you're, you know, trapped by your niche. I just put out a video on my YouTube and on, I think, all my socials about the artist niche dilemma. So if you get a chance to check that out, definitely go do that. I'm using a really big brush right now. I'm just trying to get some really broad strokes in, keep it loose. We're gonna put the detail in later, so I'm not gonna stress about that or worry about that. Just wanna make sure our music was still playing. All right, we're gonna switch to some smaller brushes now. Oh, you know what? I forgot to record. Did you press record on that? Oh, pff, of course he did. Thank you, Mason. I was so bummed because I thought I missed the big splatter in the beginning, but we got it. So cool. Again, thank you guys for joining today for today's live stream. Wherever you're watching, keep shouting out your city, state, or country. I'm gonna shout those out later when I'm done with this, when we get a little break in the painting. All right, let's go back. I wonder if there's any guesses on who it could be, what it could be. Just let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Again, if you're watching this on TikTok, head to my YouTube channel where you can see this in a much better view. Also, I would love your suggestions on portraits that you want to see in the future or the near future. You can post them on various channels. Just let me know. I'm gonna switch over to this green. Just do this. Into this lime. Getting my daily cardio in for today's painting. As long as I jump around just a little bit more. So there's some paintings like this one where I have a clear idea of what I want it to be, but I don't have a clear plan. I'm really just, I guess you can call it freestyling, you know, just enjoying the process and seeing where it takes me. So there's really no rhyme or reason yet to this. But I do have an idea of where I want it to go. So artists, if you ever are limited on paints or colors, focus on using just like a black and a white or a grayscale so you can focus on value rather than trying to get the colors just right. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm focusing on the features, so leaving a lot of the shadows behind, but focusing more on value. So using color that feels lighter and feels darker. So if for whatever reason, if I was limited on color, this is how I would approach paintings. I just got asked recently, an artist who said it was low on money and where do you start? And to be honest, when I started, I had black paper and white paint. And I would do the same today if I was just starting today in 2022. Get some black paper up, get some white paint, and learn how to build your portrait by using values. Learn how to use the shadow of the paper to you leaving that behind and seeing what kind of layers and texture you can get out of that process as well. But that's how I started. I would encourage anyone to do the same. Let's go over here, get into this light brown. right, let's go to our warm colors. Get this yellow. Color is your friend. As long as you can, look at even just like a simple color wheel on how the value can change between the colors, how you can use colors to establish what a light, what shadow. One of my favorite artists is Leroy Neiman. So he's no longer alive, but I mean, he's such an incredible colorist, and how he used color to build figures up, to build up just various landscapes. And he didn't paint by using lines and drawing lines, which seems like a traditional way of thinking. He's using blocks of color to relay information to us, the viewer, on what that object was that we're looking at. And so I'm always trying to mimic Leroy Neiman's style. If you look up his work or know who he is, you'll know what I'm talking about. All right. Wipe those brushes off. Let's get back to That's right, yeah, come in close, show them this up close, what I'm working on. It's a mixture of colors, skin tones, kind of just hitting everything right now. I am gonna come back. Now, these are all broad strokes. I'm using very broad brushes. I will come back and do the details, but as long as it's starting to feel like the shape or the structure of the person I'm trying to create, then that's the goal right now. We'll get into the details next. All right, let's get into some highlights. Oh yeah, and then we'll be bringing this back. Don't worry, we will get back to the dust pan. It's my new thing. You know what? Now that actually, before we do that, I keep thinking about this. Just like we have this color spreading out, let's make it feel like it's just like an explosion over here. There we go. Just a little indication. All right, let's go to smaller brushes now. We're gonna switch over. By the way, as I'm changing these brushes, if you're watching on TikTok, be sure to go to my YouTube channel right now if you want a better viewing experience. Otherwise, welcome to those of you on TikTok. I appreciate you for watching. All right, let's go to these sort of like lighter skin tones. I just want to add some more color to his lips. Same thing, gonna come down here. This is one of those, like, up close, it's a completely different portrait than it is from further back. That color in there. There we go. Get these little details of some skin tones in there. Just establishing that shape of his nose that we all know this iconic look for. Get these eyes in there, eyelids, everything on a portrait matters. We are just made up of a bunch of information, and anything that's slightly off may feel like it's not them. And so just try to get as much character, try to capture as much character. And what I mean by character is how the eyes tilt, or how they squint their eyes, or how they smirk, or just, you have to be observant of all of these characteristics of a portrait and a person as you're painting them. All right, let's go back to the blue over here. I'm gonna just start establishing this. Go back to this purple. I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna put the purple anywhere I want to create shadow, because I'm using the cool colors as a shadow. So even if it's the wrinkles in the lips, or like the bottom side of the lip, I just wanna use that. Same thing with the nose. Sometimes I'm doing things, I'm like, why am I doing that? Like, I'm always second guessing myself, but I'm just trusting the process. I'm trusting my artistic gut feeling that's telling me, do this, don't do that. And then I audit that artistic gut feeling after every painting. And so whatever worked, I move that forward. Whatever didn't work, I leave it behind. All right, let's bring back this guy, the dustpan. I'm trying to feel out where I should go next with this. I don't want to do too much, but I do want to do something. Let's get some skin tone. Let's go over here. Let's go back to this green. I'm gonna scoop that up, just get enough. I'm gonna move it around before I do that. Just want that, so when I go over with other colors, I just want this to sort of like sit in the background. All right, let's throw that. I'll pick that up later. We'll get to that later. All right, let's go and put some detail into these eyes. Now, when you are painting eyes, especially the white of the eyes, it's actually never really truly white. So always start with a darker tone, whether it's like a darker gray or even a blue, and then build up from there. I'm gonna start with the blue and a little purple, and then we're gonna add some gray and some white on top of that. But this also gives some curvature to the eye when you start with a darker color. This took me many, many years to realize this, to learn this. On stage, I kind of go for the white earlier because I'm trying to get a lot of information across in a short amount of time. But in the studio, I'm gonna take my time and just make sure I get these. That is. Make sure I get all this. I'm gonna mix that in with it. There you go. Now it's not just white, it's mixing in. Get that little white of the eye is so satisfying to add in. Just like that. And we're gonna add that little highlight here. Tip of the nose. Just those little tiny indications. Again, we just started this painting maybe 20 minutes ago? About 20 minutes ago, about 20 minutes in. And so when you're painting, don't try to make everything a masterpiece. Just get your idea out. And if it means that you get your idea out, you sit it down and come back to it later and add more detail, do that. But never let trying to make something look like a masterpiece get in the way of just a fluid idea that you need to get out. We've been talking about artistic gut, listening to it and getting ideas out that it's telling us, because artistic gut and creativity will reward you the more that you put it out to the world. And so get your ideas out and more will come. All right, let's start blocking in this phase. Hope everyone's doing okay over there on TikTok. Welcome. We are live streaming across platforms on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, I believe. It's all there. All right. We're gonna clean those off. Let's actually, you know what? All right, before I move to this, you're like, David, put down the dustpans. We're gonna add, I just wanna mix this color up. There we go, my favorite. Let's go. Oh, of course, this brush is not gonna work. All right, let's try that again. Okay, here we go. We go to the camera. Get that. Definitely getting paint all over my face right now. I don't care though. I really don't care. That's what I'm telling myself at least. Just want to get this idea out. I don't know why I wanted to follow that pattern right there, but it just felt right. All right, let's go back. So the surface that I'm painting on right now is actually a very thick black paper. The reason I'm painting on it is because canvas is expensive. And I want to do a whole lot of paintings throughout the week. I want to do these live streams. So I found a cost-effective way to be able to still produce paintings on a quality surface and then get my ideas out. So again, this is just a thick black paper. Bought it on Amazon, tried different ones, settled on this one. Maybe I should do a YouTube with a review on it. It doesn't mean I don't use canvas. It's just, I wanted to try a new creative approach. I love how this white goes on the black surface and it just cuts through the image. It just starts blocking it off like it's a sculpture almost. Let's go back to our, let's do this. We're gonna go back to our dustpan, but we're gonna, just like we added the color, we added the white to cut in, we're gonna cut back in with black. So let's dip this in the black, let's move it around. Just gonna move it around on there so you can see it. Mason's backing up because he doesn't want his shoes full of paint. But let's just see what happens. So here we go. By the way, every time I throw that paint, I just hear it go further back in our studio beyond this area. All right, let's go back in, dip into the black. By the way, if you're watching this on TikTok, you want to catch this before it ends, go to YouTube right now to see this live stream. All right, let's go back in here. Oh man, I'm like, where do I go next? Let's just. Like carving sometimes. It's like a big palette knife almost. I know there's a little texture there. All right. Let's throw a little bit more paint on this. Move it around. That was pretty weak. So let's try that again. Let's get a purple. There we go. Let's go in there. Get some water on it so we can let this fly a little bit more. So I'm going to use my hands now to start to contour the face. So right now there's a lot of flat color. The last layer that I want to add to this is some contour to give it some depth. So move my hand around, almost like my hand was moving on the surface of the face, and I'm leaving behind a trail of the paint in the process. All right, let's do one last handprint, and then we'll wrap this up. Here we go. Come right here. Ooh. All right, take one last look at this Jay-Z portrait. I just saw an interview with him and Kevin Hart. Such a different interview than we've seen Jay-Z in the past, and it's obviously that you can tell they have great rapport. They're great friends, but they really dive into, a mindset that you can carry into success, not a mindset that you have just when you find it as you're successful, but something you can carry into it. And I've just always been inspired by Jay-Z. I mean, his whole career, my whole life. So check out one last look at Jay-Z, and then we'll chat, so stick around, go take a look. By the way, those of you who do ask about these paintings, we do sell these paintings. You can always find them at garibaldiarts.com/gallery. There's also links in the bio to on all of my platforms. But take a close look right now. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, that close-up view of Jay-Z, this portrait built over maybe 30 minutes. If that, we used a dustpan. We use various colors, not just skin tones, but we used all kinds of stuff. So take a close look at that. I'm gonna wipe my sweat, and then we're gonna chat for a little bit. And as always, thank you so much for watching these live streams. I appreciate it so much. All right, so get your city, state, or country ready. There we go. Are you adjusting the focus? Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Yes. Take a look. I'm gonna stop this one. Take a look at that Jay-Z. Can't wait to share the full video of it soon. Appreciate you guys for watching. And get your city, state, or country ready. I'm gonna shout them out right now. All right, we are back. Welcome. You can go ahead. Everyone say hi to Mason. Hello. Yeah, Mason back there working hard. Man, so we're back. So thank you guys so much for watching this. Yes, that was the Jay-Z portrait. I'll show it one last time before we get off. Again, if you're on TikTok, thanks for watching. We always do these live streams, and when we do, we simulcast them throughout different platforms. So YouTube is always the best, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, and everything is Garibaldi Art. So real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to T-Berg Studio watching from South Africa. Welcome to you. Appreciate the love. And by the way, we had a very special drop today. I'm going to put it on the screen, but we just dropped these new summer tote bags. So there's one inspired by Frida, Marilyn Monroe, and Wonder Woman, but we call it Super Flower Woman. And it's available at garibaldiarts.com/shop. It's super limited, and we did a very short run of them just for the summer. So if they do well, we'll do some other styles. But I just want to, get you guys something creative to put your sketchbooks in. When you go to the farmer's market, something to put your vegetables and fruit, or your local honey, just something to take on the go. So, all right, let's do some shout outs before we wrap this up. Robert Luke, put you on the screen, sending you some love as well. Let's see, back here on Instagram. Actually, I can see the Instagram comments over here too. Also, this is a great time. If you have any questions, this is the time to ask. So wherever you're watching this, if you have questions in regards to, art, whether it's art related, anything else, just let me know. Happy to help. I'm just scrolling back through these Instagram comments. I don't even know. There's quite a bit. I'm trying to see. I think it's impossible, but is there any questions or anyone?
We got Crypto Lou from Bronx.
Okay, Crypto Lou?
Yep.
Crypto Lou on TikTok in the Bronx. Shout out to you.
And One Brook Ann from Sacktown.
One Brook Ann from Sacktown, welcome. We've got Don Rich watching on Facebook from Salem County, New Jersey. And yes, The Quiet Kid on YouTube, it's Jay-Z. All right, so James Martin asked, have you ever painted t-shirts? So I wouldn't say I've actually just personally painted on t-shirts, but we have done a run of merch and shirts in the past. So if you guys ever want some, you just have to let me know, and we'll see what we can do. So shout out to DDBRD watching from Nevada. You're visiting a friend. All right. And yes, James Martin says, finally caught a live stream again. Nice to see you doing well. And shout out from Dallas, Texas. So sending love to Dallas. Welcome. All right, so you see the Jay-Z behind me. We're gonna give you one last look in a little bit, unless there's any other stuff on TikTok. Nope. All right, so we're gonna give you one last close look at this portrait of Jay-Z. Again, those of you who ask about these portraits, one, are they for sale? Yes, we do sell them to collectors, and they're available at garibaldiarts.com/gallery, or you can always DM for details as well. And then one last plug, we've got those summer tote bags available only for a very short time, super limited. So you can find those at garibaldiarts.com/shop. And when they're sold out, they're sold out. And all right, so let me switch over and let's take a look at the Jay-Z portrait. Check it out. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're watching on TikTok, I appreciate you for hanging out. I know it's not the most ideal view. I wish they let me have the tools to give you guys these videos like we show them everywhere else on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, everywhere else. But this is one of my favorite portraits I've done in a long time. This one, it's the dustpans. I'm not gonna lie. There's an artist, his name is Caleb, I think it's Caleb Schaub. I gotta look it up, but he calls himself the fake artist, and there's like a fake artist art movement. I think it's very real. As much crap as people talk about it, he's getting people to talk, and that is the hardest thing that any artist can do. So He uses all these different devices to drip his paint on his art. One time I saw a dust pan and I was like, I can do that. So, all right, take one last look at Jay-Z before we sign off. Hope you guys all have an amazing summer. Also, we're gonna be doing an in-studio live stream soon, so look out for that as well. All right, peace.